And hello everybody, it's fine Wednesday. So obviously today we're going to be playing some Genshin Impact. Before we start, we'll have a little chilly chat. So last couple of, well, basically from like Thursday all the way to Saturday, for some reason I was out issues from my stream lagging, and like I said, during those streams I have good internet, I have a good computer, so it shouldn't be an issue. Most likely Windows 11. Windows 11 had a update today, and I did a bit of tests. And so far everything seems fine, but I also found something interesting this morning. Usually I don't watch streams when they go live because a lot of VTubers I watch are in the US, so obviously either while I'm in bed or I might be busy doing something. So I was catching up on someone's stream, and they were mentioning that VPNs actually don't slow down the internet. Apparently they actually increase the internet. So I've actually got mine up, and we'll see how things go today and for the rest of the week. And also something I found out. So you know how YouTube recommends stuff for you, and it kept recommending a video about like 32 things you should do to grow a Twitch channel. I was like, yeah, fuck it, let's watch it and see what it is. Because usually these videos, a lot of people, more of how-to videos in general, and obviously now with the dislike thing gone, people tend to regurgitate the same information or act like they know what they're talking about when they don't. But the person in the video did, and he mentioned that apparently the view count doesn't show up automatically. I had no idea that it takes a good couple of minutes before it actually shows what's here. So I actually have no idea how many people here, although it says 1 right now. So anyone drop in, don't be afraid to say hello. I don't bite, I promise. But yeah, that's all I kind of wanted. There goes that brain of mine. I start strong and then I go completely out of the fucking window. But because as the weeks and months go past, as I get more and more into streaming, I am looking into the different like nitty gritty stuff because it's fun to just to sort of know all the small stuff. But yeah, let's not get into Genshin, because today there was a new update which added, obviously, I never know how to pronounce the name, the Fox Girl, and and her story mission. But you have to complete the second part of the Rise in Shogun's watch, which we will do today, but also going to try and roll for it. But I realized, because I saved up some wish things, I have about 30 of them, and I usually stream for about 3 hours. No one doesn't know why. It's because I don't have a very good chair. By 3 hours, my arse starts to hurt, so I have to stop rather than sit here and make it more sore than it needs to be. So I figured, since usually the method is to, I just realized I forgot to stop the music. Let the music play and forgot to stop the music. We're going to double the music for a second. I swear I am professional. Ish. Much of a meme I saw, because it's from Intervisible, where it's like, where it's just like, it's usually rated streamers, new streamers, when do I start not having scuffed streams? Veteran streamers. That's the neat part. You don't. It's nice to know even those who have been doing it for years still have do scuffed parts. But as I was saying, since the idea, if you want to guarantee to get one, is to shoot 10 out, I figured we'll do 10 each hour. Like I said, since I stream 3 hours, and we can do the story stuff in between that. So without further ado, let's give my first shot. It would be hilarious if I got her first of all, but I doubt it. So let's try it. Let's see. No, she's didn't think so. I don't know if I actually have him. Let's skip now. Well, we'll check, I guess. That's the problem. We've got so many characters. You forget what ones you don't have and don't have. Well, there we go. That's the first shot we've shot in an hour's time. Well, not exactly an hour's time. It won't be 10 past, but when we're an hour into the stream, we'll roll again and see what happens. Right. Let's see if I do or do not have that person. I swear I already have him. Let's see. Because usually if I... No, because it would come up with like the... Let's see. No, new character says there. Okay, yeah, no, I did not... I have him. I forget what his name... Well, if I don't want to know his name is one way, because I'm bad at reading and remembering names. So I just go to this and say his name.
It's good to meet you at last, traveler. I've been hearing about you for a long time now. I'm your new buddy, Toma.
Toma, that's it.
Okay with you, of course.
There's nothing a little too much this side. Okay. Wasn't guaranteed to get him first. I'm not bothered. Here's the thing, I don't get too obsessed with trying to roll for characters like most people. All those characters you just saw, I will remind you, I spent jack shit on this game. No wait, that's not. Proving that you can still get good characters even if you without spending a dime on this. If you're like, I have to spend tons of money to get good counters, well, no. Right, let's start this then. In that case, and we'll try and do another roll later. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Because we did also do the first part of this on stream as well, so it made sense to do this one too. And I've been meaning to want to come back to Genshin, because I did say, like last time I played, it would be fun to do all the character story missions. As you saw, I still got most of them. Because they are, I love good character story missions, because it lets you to get to know the characters a bit more. And there goes the Baron. I love my I was just looking, because I'm always going to kick, because I'm so... Wow, there we go again. I'm always so paranoid about the stream going on, because I've had it go wrong so many times with lagging and stuff. I just looked over my modem, my eyes like half closed. I don't know why the tracking's doing that, but it kind of simulates how I feel quite. Yeah, I'm not super tired, but I am a little.
Ad Astra Abyssosque. Recently, the Adventurers Guild has received an unusual commission, and after careful consideration, we believe that
I'm the man for the job.
Traveler would be the most suitable candidate, right?
Damn straight I am.
Indeed, as ever. I will spare the pleasantries then. May I ask if you two are available to help?
Of course, that's what we're here for. I got that mouth on my Yeah, of course.
Well,
yeah.
let me go over it briefly. Our client for this job is the Yashiro Commission.
Oh.
Apparently, Rift Hounds are attacking the roots of the sacred sakura nearby Mount Yogo in great numbers.
Rift Hounds? On Narukami Island?
Yes. We are not sure where exactly these creatures come from.
Oh, sorry, I
But
did
this
that
time,
dinner.
they are attacking in alarming numbers with great
Excuse me.
aggression and a clear target. The sacred sakura is of tremendous importance to Inazuma. I trust you are aware of this already?
I believe I understand.
Good. Then you can see that this case is very urgent indeed.
Is the Tenryu Commission aware?
Yes, and they are already taking action of their own. However, given that the sacred sakura's root system is vast and complex, and faced with the unpredictability and scale of the Rift Hound's attacks,
I can't
they are
remember.
finding it
I'm always going to
difficult
be
to
covering
defend
this
against them.
one subtitles, the text box.
Their main priority is to protect the civilian population, so they are actively looking to cooperate with all other available forces to eliminate the monsters. The Adventurers Guild is one of the key parties assisting the Tenryu Commission with their work, but so far, the combined efforts to combat the Rift Hounds has failed to substantially ameliorate the situation.
Time to make some... Wow.
You have our deepest gratitude. Your confident response puts me far more at ease. I will mark on your map the areas where Rift Hound appearances have been recently reported. I hope you won't encounter too much trouble overcoming them.
Relax. We'll be back before you can say Ad Astra Abyssosque.
Sounds like she did applesauce instead of applesauce. Even I it sounds like applesauce, doesn't it? Alright. Let's move myself back over to the side. I got anything to do with that.
The sacred sakura's in danger again, huh? Who'd have thought? Keeping the sacred sakura safe was Kazari's greatest wish, and now these mangy mutts are trying to destroy it. Time to teach him a lesson.
Yeah, I'm gonna fuck them up! Yeah, kick their ass. No, that's not what I wanted. God damn it. We're in the... Well, night... Well, I'm playing this on the PS4 Pro. 8th or 9th console generation, and weapon pools will selection things are still asked to try and select things. Absolute. Wow, there goes that train of thought again. Completely gone. I had a thought and it just went. It just went. Disappeared into the abyss that is my brain. Which I think dropped to my death. Aha, there's the... Oh, these things. Ah, yes. These doggies. What the dog doing? The dog's trying to take the sacred... Wow, I can't even get those words in my mouth. Sacred Sakura. There we go. That's a tongue twist. I was trying to say that's several fast. Sacred Sakura. I should probably do this. Sacred Sakura. Sacred Sakura. Oh, I did it pretty well. Sacred Sakura. Sacred Sakura. Sacred suck on these nuts. This is always the fun part about this. It's just constantly on the fly, just switching between different elementals, rocking them up.
Nowhere to hide.
Come here, doggy. Who's a bad boy? Who's a bad boy? You need to sit, you stupid dog. Tell you what the dog's doing. He's gonna be. No, there. I had to come back, and it just went. It just completely and utterly vanished. The people watching. Ah, sorry. Yes. All right. Yeah. Healing time.
Let the show begin. Incoming.
Damn it. Well, I'm kicking ass, taking aim, shooting bubble gums up my ass. Ooh, it's time to bring the heat. Ah, that's perfect. Yes. Now that. Lift up.
Torn to oblivion.
Shogun? Wait, no. Could also be A.
Or both. Never thought about that, did you, Pine One? It could be both.
Oh, it's you two. It has been a long time. We have not seen each other since the resolution of the Tenryou Commission crisis.
Okay, sounds more like A. It is you, right?
A. I know it's not spelled with a letter A, but it sounds like A.
You sure made short work of them. That was amazing.
What are you doing here?
I'm making early preparations for what is to come.
What kind of... Wait...
Last time we took a walk around Inazuma together, I witnessed the way the world is today. I was finally able to comprehend some things that I had never understood in the past.
Like?
Since then, every time I encounter an obstacle in my thinking, I find myself having the urge to spend some time in the outside world.
Makes sense. You must get super bored being stuck in there all the time.
You mean the monkey? I can't even say it. It looks like the fucking monkey case. Wow, there goes my mouth. The thing from Naruto, the Shogun thing.
Might I remind you that I am
And plenty of people have made that joke.
Recently, I have observed a number of changes in the external world from the plane of Euthymia. The most serious of these being the attack on the sacred Sakura by numerous rift hounds. I considered this matter worthy of my attention, so I pursued them, and they led me here, where I happened to run into you.
The commas Well, it says there.
If the Shogun rather than I were to discover them, yes, perhaps she would have left the situation alone.
Hmm? Why? Because she's just a puppet?
Precisely. According to the rules I designed for her, matters of this nature are to be delegated to the Tri-Commission. But Rift Hounds attacking the sacred Sakura... It brings back bad memories of that terrible disaster.
What disaster?
A disaster?
A disaster? Yes, a disaster. A disaster? Yes, a disaster.
Yes. 500 years ago, a great catastrophe befell Inazuma.
Did they run out of, I was going to say donuts, but I don't think donuts are a thing. It would be like a mochi or something.
Everything was engulfed in a pitch-black fog, and monsters ravaged the land. Countless lives were lost, and this homeland that the people had worked so hard to build barely escaped being obliterated entirely. The monsters committed many atrocities on Inazuman soil, and the Rift Hounds were always their advance guard. Their duty was to tear open a passage through space with their claws and teeth, and then call in even more powerful beasts.
500 years ago.
So you've heard of it too. That's an episode of history that I am loath to recall. Maybe to you, it seems like my response to these creatures was an excessive one. But an excess of caution is not unwarranted in this case.
Guess you can't argue with that.
Since we are both here for the same reason, let us work together.
Yay, team up time!
From the traces they've left in the surrounding area, there should be many more monsters nearby. All of them must be eliminated.
Let's fucking go!
Paimon feels so safe when we're in Ace Company. Having someone uber powerful on your team kind of makes you feel invincible, doesn't it?
She's not wrong. I mean, she is definitely not wrong. When you got a power, you feel like you're... Wow. There goes that brain again.
Oh yeah, after we've dealt with the monsters, we should ask her to tell us more about Conria.
Nah.
This color! It's similar to the color when the sacred Sakura takes damage. Let's follow it. It should be this way.
It's not... it's not... Ah. So so does the Sakura tree bleed? Do you bleed? Well, this tree clearly does. Where's the sacred Sakura tree? So it's not. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah. Oh wow, I need healing. I just realised.
Steady, go!
Don't pay attention to healing. Ooh, is this where we're going? No, I've been here. Can't back up. Oh, there's the blood. Let's follow the trail of the blood of the... Ooh, suckers.
Speed of light.
That. Make mochi out of that. Sakura mochi. Ah, there's the blood. Blood. Yeah, what's that? Where is kind of blood? It's basically tree blood. When you stop and think about it. Wait, isn't it like a tree that does kind of bleed? It's like
The damage is not too serious. The Yashiro Commission will be able to nurse the root system back to health.
This stuff that's flowing out, is it sap or something? And how come it's glowing? Huh?
Is that good or bad? What,
What's this?
Zombies? Some injured?
Could they be dead people?
Oh.
It wouldn't be the first time we'd seen ghosts on our journey. But why would they appear here?
That's a good question, Paimon.
Let's search the area. Perhaps we will find out.
go on like this. Not when the other troops are counting on me.
What happened here? Could you tell us?
I just love how Paimon casually is just talking to ghosts like it's nothing.
Who are you? What are you doing here? Run quick while you still can. The monsters will be back. And once you're in their sights, I'm telling you there's no escaping them. We will defend Inazuma until our dying breath.
Well, thing about that is you kind of did, because you're a ghost, mate.
You don't know? Inazuma is engulfed in darkness. Beasts and horrifying monsters are everywhere. They are merciless, ferocious, and they will devour everything in their path.
I was trying to think of a good joke there, but no, nothing came to my mind about devouring
last
everything
trace
awake.
of humanity's existence, I tell you. They'll devour it all.
But look, none of that seems to be going on around here.
Not right now, but they'll be back. Look, get out of here. Now, there's no time left. The almighty Shogun is gone. So is Kitsune Saigu. There is no one left to rely on but ourselves. I don't know how long we can hold out for. But if we abandon our hope, then we've got nothing left at all.
Don't worry, I'm right here.
I am here.
It's the Shogun?
Nah, you don't say.
You're back. Please, we beg you. You have to help us. You have to save Inazuma. Only the glow of your supreme lightning can dispel this terrible darkness. Please, or the whole of Inazuma will be reduced to a hunting ground for the beasts.
Calm down. The war you speak of is over.
Over? But what do you mean? Shogun.
I hate to break it to you, mate. You're dead.
Look around you. The grass grows green and lush, and a soft breeze blows. This is Inazuma at peace, as you will no doubt remember. There are no monsters, nor is there anything else here that could threaten your life.
What?
What?
But how? Just moments ago, they were everywhere. I saw them tear my comrade to shreds with my own eyes.
Hey, calm down. Everything's fine now.
Huh. I think I understand. Almighty Shogun, you saved Inazuma. Yes, we were right to place our trust in the Almighty Shogun. As long as the Shogun is with us, Inazuma will last for an eternity. Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you. Thank you.
Sorry. Oh, Jesus. I did just have dinner about half an hour ago, so... Oh, wait, he's smoking.
What's wrong with him?
He's smoking!
He's gone.
Paimon can't even begin to understand what that was all about. But somehow, Paimon feels all sad and hopeless.
Oh, does someone need a hug, then?
If I am not mistaken, what we just saw was a samurai's memory that was buried in the land.
Oh, the good old it's a memory thing.
The sacred sakura can absorb and purify the filth in the ley lines. After the Rift Hounds attacked, some of this filth leaked out through the cracks in the trunk and formed a physical entity.
So it's basically sewage pipes.
An entity formed with strong filth would be highly aggressive. But when purified, it presents in the form of a memory. Purified filth quickly dissipates and will be absorbed by the ley lines shortly afterwards. In other words, it cannot exist for too long.
I see.
So the memories of the ones that died are all appearing at this moment?
Yes. That soldier was one of the many thousands who made the ultimate sacrifice. What he was describing just now was precisely the disaster that happened in Inazuma 500 years ago.
I'm not bored, I'm just tired.
Yes. Inazuma was facing many great crises at that time. Some were local in origin, while others came from the now fallen kingdom of Kanria. The disaster in Inazuma caused me great concern. I felt that I had to step in before it was too late, otherwise it would spread to all of Tevat. But my friend, Kitsune Saiku, reassured me that I had nothing to worry about. She would shoulder the responsibility of protecting Inazuma and mobilize all forces at her disposal to combat the threat. I could tell that, although neither of us acknowledged it, we both knew that the road ahead would likely end in tragedy.
So, Inazuma was attacked at the same time as when the disaster happened in Kanria?
Sounds about right.
Indeed. Countless monsters suddenly appeared throughout all of Inazuma. In the end, Kitsune Saigu sacrificed her life to protect the people. I never had the chance to see her one last time. But I would like to believe that she kept her promise to me until the very last. But even then, Inazuma was left more devastated than we could have ever imagined. Those terrible tragedies left great wounds that are still felt to this day, both on the land itself and in my heart.
Hey.
Aww. Is that the loss that...
Yes. For the longest time, I couldn't bring myself to face the pain of that loss. All my martial might was in vain. Though I could conquer Tatarigami and vanquish monsters, I was helpless against the ravages of time, powerless to keep the ones I cherished alive.
It looks like someone else needs a hug.
But after my clash with human ambition, I thought long and hard. Now I realize I cannot fixate on the past forever.
So you're no longer stuck in the past?
When I traveled around Inazuma with you, I caught a glimpse of how the nation has progressed over the centuries. A glimpse of human potential. Everything far exceeded my expectations.
We had a heart attack. Oh no! No, is it? Is it just a blip? It's just a blip, okay.
Moving forward inevitably invites further loss, but also new encounters. Just think of that soldier. Despite all the losses he had experienced, he still chose to keep fighting for the sake of moving forward. All those who sacrificed themselves back then gave their lives fighting for a future. But perhaps the future they were hoping for is not the eternity that I once strove for. As Inazuma's god, it is high time I honored their wishes. Warriors of the past, who spilled your blood on this land, your noble souls now rest in this earth.
So I'm not I've actually got my eyes wide open. I don't know why the tracking keeps acting like I'm closing my eyes.
I will never forget you, and all that you did for Inazuma.
Let's just keep blinking.
He's taking all this pretty hard.
Dot, dot.
Come on. Let's keep investigating the damage to the sacred Sakura.
Right. Move myself. a little back to ah, there we go. And just take a little glance, because there was a point where it looked like it dipped for a bit, the stream, but it seems to be fine. Ooh, Sakuras!
Incoming.
There's the blood. Because I'm so paranoid. Because like I said last week, it's.
Suspected there are a load of rift hounds here too.
Oh wow,
Leave
okay.
them to me.
Oh hell yes!
Illusion shattered.
The badass. One of the, well, there we go. There's that brain. I had words, but they wouldn't come out.
Now you shall perish.
I literally can't actually. I just noticed I can't actually switch between Count and Lyria. I'm just. Hey, this is not. There's the mouth going again.
Illusion shattered.
And there we go. I was really worried for a second. I thought the game crashed.
Something seems wrong with A.
She looks like she's taking a prayer, I think. Are you feeling okay? Almost headaches. I know that.
Why would you ask that?
Well, usually you'd pull out your sword and swish! Vaporize them all in one go! No?
You are unduly concerned. I'm simply conserving my energy. Although I have some understanding of the situation already, it could take an unexpected turn at any time. I must be prepared for anything. If there are more formidable monsters lying in wait in this area, I must make sure I have the strength to face them.
Makes sense! Spoken like a seasoned shogun! The roots seem pretty badly damaged this time. We definitely need to tell the Yashiro Commission about this. Hey, the same light is leaking out again!
It seems some. Oh, it's a blind man.
Furuyama? Is that you?
Oh, someone who she knew.
Almighty Shogun, what brings you back so soon? I thought you were off fighting a battle in a distant land.
Fighting a battle in a distant land? Sounds like this guy's talking about 500 years ago, too.
Yeah, we kind of got the gist of that earlier. Finally, it seems like all these are from 500 years ago.
Allow me to introduce Furuyama. He is a tea master and a member of my retinue.
That's a retinue.
Though blind, Furuyama is unparalleled in his ability to appraise tea. He brews some of the very finest tea in all of Inazuma.
Your Excellency, you shower me with praise undeserved. I have simply had the good fortune to be in Your Excellency's presence long enough to become acquainted with all the skills that are required of me. It sounds like the Almighty Shogun has brought a guest. I'm afraid I'm unable to serve you any respectable refreshments on account of the current situation. But please, sit and rest. After all, it's quite a mess out there.
What should we do?
Let's go along with it, well, with what he says. I want to learn more about the past. It was.
Yeah. Sheesh. There's monsters everywhere.
Sheesh!
It's pitch black and loads of people have been injured.
I see. So, they have fought their way this far already. Most of the residents in this neighborhood have already escaped.
Oh, that's what all these
I wanted to take you
ruins
with me,
are.
But it seemed rather pointless to me.
I forgot about
I
that.
decided to stay. And now the Almighty Shogun is here, I have even less reason to run away. Imagine if this was something that even the Almighty Shogun was powerless to resolve. Where could I possibly run to then?
Would you not be panicking.
People flee out of a desire to live on, and the desire to live on stems from a feeling of having unfinished business in life. But me, I have no such thoughts, and I have no regrets.
Because you're old?
The almighty Shogun often speaks to me about her dreams over tea. Just listening to her stories. I've been blind for many years, but her vivid descriptions took me on a splendid journey to all the most beautiful places in Inazuma. Over time, I've come to understand her mindset. Quite the romantic at heart, a true dreamer. One thing she always says is, good things don't last forever. Everything changes, fades, disappears completely over the passage of time. And so, people must make the most of the life they have, seize the chance to enjoy it while it lasts, and have no regrets in the end.
Well, then she's a hypocrite. Because she literally went down that road. Anyway, oops, no, I didn't want to move that shit. Rosa's coming in text still. That doesn't sound like E at all. That doesn't fit the description.
So you see, as bleak as things may be now, I have experienced countless wonderful things in life, and have no reason not to be satisfied.
Perhaps you are right.
It won't be long now before I have to say goodbye to the almighty Shogun for the last time. What a pity. I'll never get to see what Inazuma looks like after the almighty Shogun rebuilds it anew.
Well, you can't see either way.
But I suppose it doesn't matter. Everyone says that Inazuma has turned dark now. But to me, it went dark a long time ago.
Because, yeah.
Once this catastrophe is over, life is sure to spring forth anew. But even if I survived until then, I'd probably be a hopelessly befuddled old so-and-so by then. So, never mind, eh? Oh, goodness me. Speaking of befuddled, look at me rambling away to my heart's content and forgetting to serve the tea. The almighty Shogun comes to visit and I don't have the tea ready. A truly egregious loss of decorum. One moment, I'll just... Where in the world is the tea set? I hope the others didn't smash it to smithereens in their hasty departure.
Can't see a tea set anywhere around here.
Yeah, because everything went to shit.
Really? But it's always been right by my side. Goodness gracious, what a fool I'm making of myself.
Know where to find the tea set.
I couldn't possibly have my guests fetch it themselves. That would be most discourteous indeed.
Don't worry about it. Take a rest. We'll be back right away.
Almighty Shogun, you're not going too, are you? No, no, no. Your humble servant implores you, not with the war raging outside.
This place is complicated. It's quite unlike the tea house in your memories. Leave it to us.
But... well, okay. I never thought I'd see the day that I need the almighty Shogun to personally collect my tea set for me. I can't decide whether it's a final regret or a final stroke of good fortune.
About a bit of column B, a bit of column A. They're both.
Where should we go to find a tea set? Having a cup of tea isn't exactly the most urgent thing to do right now. But at the same time, this lovely old man from 500 years ago has been through so much. And it makes Paimon so sad.
I'm also feeling very nostalgic for his tea.
Oh, why don't we go to the Kamisato estate? There'll definitely be a tea set we can borrow there.
Alright then, let's do that fast traveling. Good old fashion bar show. Yes, they're lickily split. And while that happens, I can drink of water. It's always good to keep the throat good and not moist. Because it wouldn't. Whatever.
It's the Traveler. And the almighty Shogun.
Sounds like he just wet himself.
How might I be of assistance, Your Excellency?
I wish to borrow a tea set from the Yashiro Commission.
Oh, sure. I'll fetch that for you right away. Please step into the courtyard and have a rest, almighty Shogun. Oh, and I'll inform my lord about your visit immediately. Ah, and the tea set. I'll bring that here as soon as it's ready.
Sounds like he shat himself and pissed himself.
Be at ease. I'm not here to see Commissioner Kamisato. Actually, I'd prefer to spend this time chatting with the Traveler. Please, fetch the tea set at your convenience.
I was doing so well. Doing so well. Oh, hang on. Ooh. No, we're back. It was just a slight blip. Okay, I was right there for a second. Maybe having my VPN actually is helping, because we're only having small blips of dipness, so I do apologize for that happening. Like I said, Windows 11 seems to be shit in the bed. Because
No. I am your humble servant. I daren't think of my own convenience when the almighty Shogun graces me with her presence. I'll deal with it right away.
It's funny, we always talk about video games always having bugs when they start off with, when they first come out. Now even softwares have to have issues.
Well, it's not often we have the chance to chat. I'm sure you must have a lot of questions.
And that software is Windows 11. Then again, it's Windows in general. It tends to be shite at half the time. And it takes years. I mean, I don't remember what even Windows 10 was like when it first came out. It probably had issues as well. What is really you that?
Right.
Brain.
Paimon wanted to ask that too. The almighty Shogun that he described didn't sound anything like you at all.
I seldom had the time to drink tea. Any free time I had was spent practicing martial arts. So, in the vast majority of cases, the one he made tea for was the former Electro Archon, who was also my sister, Aida Makoto.
Oh, that's right, she has a twin sister.
He may well have had an inkling about there being two Raiden Shoguns, but he always acted as if he was completely unaware of it. The philosophy of life that he shared with us just now, that was Makoto's view on reality. She always saw things that way.
Okay, that makes even more sense now.
You and Makoto had pretty different views, huh?
Well, people do.
Indeed we did. It was the biggest difference between us. In her eyes, the most precious things in this world were dreams. The yearning for a better future held by living beings.
Dreams are, in other words,
they are similar, but not identical. When you came charging into the plane of Euthymia, I saw human aspirations light up the sky far above in the form of countless stars. This somewhat shook me. Now, it seems like she was right, while I took the wayward path.
Carry on. Yeah, I couldn't see. Wayward son.
Wow. There sure was a lot going on beneath the surface.
Makoto saw a bigger picture than I did. In her view, a dream is more imaginary, more abstract than an ambition. An ambition is a yearning for something material or a concrete outcome. It is finite in nature and will be replaced by a new ambition in due course.
That's a fair point. Once you achieve one ambition, you end up having another ambition to go on top of the other ambition,
Makoto
ambitions and
was more
ambitions,
concerned
ambitions section.
with the force that drives humans to constantly generate new ambitions in the first place. It is something innate, rooted in instinct. In other words, it is something eternal.
That's, quite a lot to take in.
To put it simply, Makoto wasn't concerned about outcomes. I didn't understand at the time. How can we say that we are maintaining eternity when things are constantly moving forward and evolving? I suppose what it comes down to is the definition of eternity she set out with.
It seems more in line with how humans view the world.
Yes, it does. I always thought that she must have grasped some elusive, arcane wisdom to arrive at the conclusions she did. But in the last analysis, Makoto's philosophy was, on the surface at least, an elegantly simple one. Notwithstanding that it was also the more prudent choice, based on a more mature, far-sighted outlook.
Do you feel you're starting to understand her better now?
You have already witnessed my previous views on eternity.
Yeah, definitely.
But now, I no longer cling to what was lost.
There's views where we had to fight, yeah.
I suppose that means our differences have been reconciled.
Almighty Shogun, I found a tea set. This one in particular should be fit for your excellency's use.
It's quite beautiful. Thank you.
You are too kind. A humble servant such as I does not deserve the gratitude of the Almighty Shogun.
It's all good, sir. She's actually pretty chill.
Very chill.
Let us return. We ought not keep Furuyama waiting too long.
Well, it's clearly nighttime now, so he has been waiting pretty long. Don't climb the bloody lamp. Oh. No. God. No, I thought it chose the character thing. The wheel thing is such a pain in the butt. I'll show it here. Every time I think I don't select the thing, it does select the thing. But then when I think I do select the thing, it doesn't select the thing. Let's give the old man. I do apologize to everyone joining. My brain does that when it's in Sleepy Town. It has the thoughts and then it just drops them immediately, like dropping like this. Oh crap! Well, actually, I could probably worry about it later because usually it's just low power and then it lasts like another hour or two before it actually fully dies. Well, it is night time.
He wouldn't have gone looking for a tea set himself, would he?
Would he put it in? Wouldn't put it past him.
Or perhaps the ley lines did not have the power to sustain him for very long, as was the case with the memory we saw earlier.
So we won't get to drink his tea?
Well, how did he make it? He's a memory.
We didn't even have a chance to say goodbye.
Oh. I don't really want to give a hug.
The information held in the ley lines is complex and disorderly. The fact that we were able to meet him to begin with was a miracle of fate.
Cheer up, Paimon. Let's make our own tea.
Well, this chance won't come often, and we do have a tea set. Perhaps I should try my hand at making us a pot of tea.
Can you make tea?
I've watched Furuyama brew tea on many occasions. I doubt I should have any major problems doing it myself.
Okay, now I'm more worried. He poured us a hot pipe. Okay.
The tea is ready. Please give it a try. So many thoughts were racing through my head as I was brewing it. I I'm not sure how to explain it.
You don't need to understand. It's just memories flowing back in.
You're right. But the things we've seen today have brought back many memories for me. I've been reminded of many people, too. Kitsune Saigu, Makoto, and all the other friends who I watched pass even further back.
Hold up. Is it this time? Is it this time it's fucked me over? Or is it just a blip again? Please be a blip. Please be a blip. Please sort out. God damn Windows 11. God fucking damn it. I can't go an entire stream without fucking me up. I guess. Oh, no, I spoke too soon. It was a small blip again. Okay. I was worried there for a second. But yeah, it seems fine. Alright.
Back at the Yashiro Commission, I kept the conversation reasonably lighthearted. But now, I'd like to broach a heavier topic, if I may.
How heavy?
The events of 500 years ago not only robbed me of my friend, Kitsune Saigu, they also took Makoto away from me, for good.
She died in that disaster too?
Yes. She went to Conria alone, without telling me. Unlike me, Makoto was no martial artist. Whenever similar crises had arisen in the past, I was always the one to face them in her stead. But this time, the circumstances were so grave that Makoto had no choice but to leave me behind. Or perhaps it was more that she went ahead of me, put herself in front of me, so that I would remain hidden. Yes. It was too late. I arrived only in time to hear her dying breath. She had already lapsed into unconsciousness by that point, so all I could do was enter into her mind. As far as you're concerned, it would be somewhere similar to the plane of Euthymia. It was there that we bid each other a final farewell. I cried bitterly. Even in those final moments, I couldn't understand her actions. Why did she go to Conria first, and not I? Why did she keep me in the dark about it? Was it to shield me? It was there and then that I resolved to pursue eternity. As a testament to that decision, I saved her realm of consciousness just before it collapsed completely, and brought it back to Inazuma.
That's quite a story.
When I returned to Inazuma, I was shocked to find that a great sakura tree had appeared on Mount Yogo. The tree that you know as the sacred sakura.
Appeared?
That's exactly what everyone back then told me as well. That it had existed since time immemorial. They were so matter-of-fact about it, and couldn't at all understand what I was so surprised about.
Is it some wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey stuff where it appeared in the past, but when she got back, time was different or some shit? Sounds like some wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey stuff.
No one questioned it. And yet, its presence contrasted so starkly with the area as I remembered it. It seemed as if I was the only one to have noticed it appear suddenly out of thin air.
Or is it more case time had passed? 500 years is a bloody long time. That's what I'm getting at.
In the end, I simply had to accept that it was a miraculous effect of Makoto's consciousness.
Ah. That's what was my second thought.
with the help of the sacred Sakura's power, I was finally able to overcome the monsters and quell the disaster in Inazuma.
Or was it more like a case of like they planted memories in people to make it seem like it had been around forever?
This is all really hard to understand. Kinda beyond Paimon's level.
Simply put, its power somehow made the tree appear.
Yes. She had such a great love for this land and for its people. In this respect, I still do not compare to her. I once told myself that I would never speak of these events again. Facing the fact that she is gone is unbearably painful. But even the tea that is most bitter to the tongue, once swallowed, leaves some sweetness in the throat. And it's time I came to terms with it all.
It seems like you've done a lot of thinking about this already.
Oh, while we're on the topic, since you experienced that battle in person...
Have you seen my sister before?
Sister? I had heard that you were looking for your family.
Oh, that's right. Her sister. There's like a 500-year gap or so between them arriving and stuff. That's right. That's the problem with this. The stories. I do enjoy Genshin, I really do. But the thing with the like giant gaps between story stuff, it's hard to always remember everything. I mean, someone getting in now wouldn't have a problem, but like when you've been playing from the start, you forget all that stuff they mention.
You mean to say that she was somehow involved in the Conria disaster?
Based on what we've learned so far, it seems so, yeah.
I'm sorry. I wasn't there for the whole thing. By the time I arrived, the worst of the fighting was already over. And also, my mind was consumed entirely with the plight of Inazuma and the fate of those closest to me. So, I am afraid I can't help you.
Of course.
Oh, well, that's a shame. But it can't be helped, I guess. Boy, both of you have experienced great tragedy.
With this last cup of tea, let us honor the Tea Master's memory. Thank you, Destiny, for giving us the chance to meet again.
We should go. Let's keep following the traces.
We'll do that in a
Very
second.
well. Based on my investigation so far, I believe this next pack of monsters should be the last.
Just move myself here a bit. Okay. Like I said, each hour I'm going to no, that's not what I want. Roll to see if we can't get the fox lady. So that's wait, now I think I've done this math wrong. I just realized I kind of fucked this up. We should have rolled the first set for when we reach the first hour, because if we do this one, it'd be 2 hours. Damn it, I'm such an idiot. Oh well. Maths has never been my strong suit. That's it, I just noticed my things. Here we go. We've got a sword. And we've got the little cat girl who I already have. Yeah, no, actually, no, that close. Oh well. Like I said, I'm not gonna fret if I don't get her. Just fuck. There it goes again. It's one of those things. It's cool if I do a cut, because when you're at a high level, I believe my eventual rank is like level 55. Getting a new character is actually not as fun as it is, because it means, oh yeah, it's gonna take a long time to get the character's level up to the same level as I am. Right, oh yeah, I was just looking for the tree sap. Oh, can I touch the tea? Touch the tea. Cup of tea is And okay. Right, if it's not that way, oh yeah, I've got to remember this. Right. If it's not, where's the? Oh, okay. Maybe this way. No, I don't see no tree sap. Where's that tree sap?
Speed of light.
But that's the only like grapple we'll have. I've said this before. That's the only grapple we'll have about Genshin is it's very grindy. If you want to play tons of games, well, like it's why like I've gone back to or started any games like these because like I keep thinking about going back to what's it Fallout 76 because apparently that's gotten better. But it's like do you have time for that sort of thing? And the same with like No Man's Sky, that's gotten better since it came out. I'm confused. Oh, I just had a thought. I'm an idiot. No, what I need to do is climb into here because there should be like an opening somewhere around in here. That's what's probably showing me. Because there's like an underground area in here. If I remember correctly. Geronimo! Ooh, was I right? Was I right on the money? Okay. Maybe? Or was I wrong? Maybe? Well, it goes further down. It's definitely here. Just showing me. Well, this is like the sakura tree thing, but there's nothing unusual here. No monsters. I guess further down it is. I think there's a path further down. Yes. Well, it's taking me off here now, but if I go further this way. Then through here maybe? Well that's I don't think that's the monsters we're looking for actually. So I'm just gonna ignore that. Unless I'm getting this wrong. It seems like it's the only, but then again that would be unfair if you haven't unlocked this area, so maybe I'm wrong. It sounds right, because I know there's like a bottom area around. Well actually there's a quicker way to get down to that. No, because then yeah, no, it wouldn't make sense. The one area I'm thinking of is all the way over there, so that's actually not right. Fast travel. I'm always so glad that it can. There goes the brain. That you can fast travel even when monsters are around. Some open world games like sorry you can't fast travel because there's monsters and like but where? I mean I knew where those ones were. Anything. What am I looking for? Well, I know what I'm looking for, but it's not showing anything. Oh, whoa, I thought something. I thought I saw some kind of the color of my eye, but I was wrong. It just keeps showing me around this area, and I don't see anything. There it was. There we go. That's the ticket. There's the blood. Where's? How in the fuck? Oh, it's the monsters. It's like on their person. When I turn into Jeff Goldblum, the monsters will find a way. Imagine Jeff Goldblum in this, or at least voicing a character. That'd actually kind of be awesome, actually. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Oh, there we go. I scratched my head too hard. Time to fuck them up.
Once again, please leave them to me.
All right then.
Hey, are you sure you're all right?
Fear not. Fighting is what I do best.
I think someone's a little sad and needs a little hug. Or whatever, we're fight for. I swear annoyed when I'm like this because there's people here and I'm spouting bloody nonsense, not being funny or clever, just blah 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 like some
Shine down.
like nothing. Once I wish my brain would just work. There's more malfunctioning in Windows 11.
There is no escape.
Oh, what? Since when can they do that?
You alright?
Or was that her?
Fine.
She froze. What the hell?
Born to oblivion. Illusion shattered.
Something doesn't feel right. Oh no, she's frozen again. Come on, break it.
There is no escape.
Is something about her emotions affecting her abilities? Well, I guess why not once you fuck these guys up? Oh, there we go, something's happening.
Maybe you should leave this one to us.
You don't look good.
My apologies.
Don't worry about it. Just take a breather and get your strength back. We'll deal with the monsters.
Oh,
Look, that's the same light again.
time of a trip down memory. Oh, it's some soldiers.
Where am I? Who are you? Almighty Shogun, you're here too. Are you injured, Your Excellency?
I'm quite all right. Just feeling a little stiff.
Oh, my legs are starting to get stiff. You know what? I'm gonna do a little stretch. Oh, that's the stuff.
We, the Shogunate Samurai, will defend the Shogun until the very end.
Come on, men. They're coming back for more. Let's get them.
Don't! It's too dangerous.
Danger is our duty, ma'am. If we were the kinds to shy away from danger, we never would have taken up arms to begin with.
No need to worry, Almighty Shogun. When the situation looks bleak, we will draw on the power granted to us by the gods.
I keep having heart attacks every time. If people don't know, OBS has this little like thing in the corner, like a square Q thing, and it changes colors to determine how the stream is. Green is good, yellow is not so good, and red is shit's going wrong. And it keeps dipping down to that, and then it keeps coming back to green, and I keep having a heart attack because something's going terribly wrong. But then it goes back.
Is that a vision?
Yes, it is a vision.
It certainly is. I know the gods are omnipotent, and their willingness to grant their power to humans means they have high expectations for us. If the Almighty Shogun is in trouble, now of all times is the moment for us to honor that.
So that's how samurai of that era understood visions, huh?
So full of hope.
Nobody knew where Your Excellency had gone, and we were starting to despair. But now we've found you. You're right here with us. Just the sight of you appearing before us once more has reignited the hope in our hearts. This hope is the light that will guide us out from the darkness.
So I'm distracted. My door just opened. My cat walked in. She thinks she figured out how to open the bloody door. I'm just going to close it. And that's the feat, because she's small. did I not close it properly? What in God's name did you do? Did you jump up at it? Did I not close the door properly? She's not a big cat. She's quite small. I mean, I've seen videos of cats doing that. You know, like they just leap up and open the door and just use their body weight. Cats can be smart, and sometimes they can be very stupid. Kind of like me.
Everyone on me.
But more on the stupid side, if I'm being honest. How to fuck these monsters up?
Affirmative, but watch your backs.
Protect the almighty Shogun!
Nowhere to hide.
I love Kuchin's AoE power. It's fucking awesome. Just a flash of lightning attacks. Fuck up all the enemies at once. You know, lots of damage. That guy's doing alright there. Oh, it's a big boy and a small boy. Alright, yeah, shit. And another one. Ooh, guess he's got another one. No, we're only fighting one more. It's not worth it. Oh, there goes the brain. There we go.
It seems like their attacks are finally over.
I've never fought so fiercely before.
Thank you all.
Are you okay? Maybe you should keep resting.
I'm fine. I feel much better already.
You sure about that?
You fought phenomenally. It was truly awe-inspiring. The monsters will definitely come back. And when they do, it'll be more than a few Rift Hounds this time. Quickly, escort Her Excellency back to Inazuma City, and regroup with the General's forces as soon as possible.
When everyone sees the almighty Shogun safely returning, their spirits will be lifted.
Well, what are you guys gonna do?
We will stay here and guard against the monsters' advance. We cannot afford to let them get any further. We are brothers in arms. As long as we stick together, we can face any number of monsters that come our way.
I get her concern because in their memories, I mean, they probably died.
Just leave it to us. Fighting is what we do best. But the almighty Shogun is the only one of us with the power to change the present state of affairs. Only Her Excellency can turn back the tide of despair and lead us onward into the future. No matter what kind of threat faces Inazuma, we will always place our faith in the almighty Shogun.
Oh. Thank you all very much. I promise you that I will create a bright future for Inazuma. I should not have left it this late to make this promise. But from this moment forth, know that I shall be true to my word.
Don't worry, Your Excellency. We will never doubt your word as long as we live.
Poor choice of words, 'cause you're not.
With you leading us, we will claim back everything that Inazuma has lost.
Glory to the Shogun!
That looks like someone just passed. Well, no, fart winds are usually like stinky looking color. This is steam.
Glory to the Shogun!
And poof, they're gone.
They're gone.
Was that a pause to them?
It was both. The people's sacrifice has always caused me immense pain. But in dwelling on the tragedy, I overlooked their splendor. The grief blinded me to how brightly they shone in their final moments.
Sure, should we shine? Whatever.
The result being that in the centuries since their sacrifice, I have dishonored their will. You could take the view that whatever I say to them is meaningless, because they are but disembodied memories held in the ley lines. But even so, they are due a resolution. I owe it to them, and to all the people who have placed their faith in me to date.
Well, Paimon thinks that even if it's a few hundred years later, you're doing right by them now, and that's what counts.
Was it better late than never, right?
Thank you for your comforting words. But this is my basic duty as Inazuma's Archon, and I have neglected it for far too long. I used to think just like that samurai, that I was first and foremost a warrior, and my only duty was to face whatever challenge came my way. But what Inazuma needs more than a warrior is someone like Makoto.
How about a bit of both?
Even though I am utterly unlike Makoto, and can never become the person she was, I still need to do the things that she would have done. Yes, they are. They are strong and resilient, and have much to be proud of.
Every time it keeps dipping, I hold my breath.
As the Raiden Shogun they revere, I should not be the one to hold them back.
So I'm not bored, like I said. I'm just a little tired.
Well said. Sounds to Paimon like you figured things out.
Aww.
Change will come to Inazuma, and with it, new possibilities. This will take time, but eventually, the future will bring healing to the scars of the past. No matter how long it takes, I am committed to bringing this to fruition. This is my promise. Now that we've dealt with the Rift Hounds, this matter is halfway resolved. It does not appear that the threat will escalate for the time being. I will leave the Tenryo and Yashiro commissions to handle the follow-up work, such as investigating the origins of this incident and tending to the root system.
You mean the root of the problem? Haha! Get it? Because it's a tree.
Alrighty then, let's move on. It looks calm on the outside, but Paimon bets her emotions must be all over the place right now, huh? She seems to have changed a lot since we last met her. Huh? What's wrong, eh? Come on, keep up!
Uh-oh. Eh?
What's going on? Are you feeling unwell again?
My body... I can't move it. It looks like the situation is more serious than I thought.
Do you need to take a rest?
No need. She is calling me. The time has come. Can you help me walk? I need to go to the cave below the Grand Narukami Shrine.
Why? What's in there?
A battleground. One where I shall sever ties with the past and take the first steps into the future.
Does she mean literally or metaphorically or both? was gonna say, if the story ended there, I would have been really pissed because I'm intrigued to see what's under the shrine. What are we gonna find under the shrine? Right. Oh, I think. Sorry, if I tilt my head, so I keep scratching my hair. Which is another thing, if I'm correct. No, it's not what I think it is it? Nice. There's this one place that. Oh my god, that's what that noise was. I'm not sure it's been picked up in the mic, but it's some very heavy rain outside. What actually that is? I thought it was the next level on this. So I think, if I'm not correctly, well, we've been having rain all week, but then it's England, so we always have rain, which is kind of sad because we're almost through February, and usually February or January is when we have snow, or at least where I live. Oh no, I was wrong. It's not. It's around here. But we seem to have more rain. But then again, the weather can be very weird, and we have snow like in the last week of February, and it goes into March. Because that's happened before. That has happened like many moons ago. I bet, but when it snowed, and it started like at the end of like February and went right into March. Ah, I see this area. I just. Oh right. How do I? Where's the things? There's usually things that let me in. Electrically things. Oh, maybe this. Maybe this. Come on, electric. No, didn't think so. Shit. Think maybe if I. Nope. My body has to be electrified. Where's one of those things? Choose like a thing that gives me a little electrically. Go to the road. I'm there, but I can't get in. Do I have to do? Oh, there! Is that? No, that's just that.
Incoming.
That's one of those things. Oh shit! I'm not going. If I had to do something separate to open this, that'd be a little bit unfair, wouldn't it? Oh wait, oh, I wonder. Let's go into my inventory, because I noticed that statue there, which would mean, where is it? Maybe I need to use this thing. Is that right? Oh, maybe. Right in its eye. No. Huh. I really hope there isn't some sort of like other side mission I have to do to open that. Because that, once again, that would be unfair. To expect someone to have to do a mission that they haven't done to. It seems to be a Tanuki. Right, what's my best option? I know there's one of the tree things. That's what I need. I hope so. Like I said, it would be really annoying because I wouldn't know what to do. Right. Gotta be quick about this because this thing doesn't last forever. Yes, I was right. I didn't think it'd be that unfair.
We're finally here. The entrance should be nearby.
We're gonna face an epic boss fight. Usually is the case with these things.
Whoa! Where'd that Torii gate come from?
Are you ready? Freddy?
It's getting worse again. But it's fine. I'm happy. I'm about to put an end to it all. This is a place I once sealed off with my own hands. The entrance to Raiden Makoto's realm of consciousness. It looks like she will no longer allow me to do with this body as I please.
What?
Huh? What are you talking about? And who is she? Makoto?
No, the copy, the Raiden Shogun. Oh, now I'm getting intrigued.
Follow me.
Where are we go?
Just get sucked in and it's like there it goes without any warning. There we go. There it clicked in eventually. It eventually clicked in.
Paimon's dizzy. Where did we get sucked into this time? Whoa. This place...
It doesn't look like the place of VTuber.
Look! Look over there! It's another A!
We meet again, traveler. This body is an assistant to the one within, but it is also the guardian of the rules. Should the one within wish to stray from the rules, this body shall stand in her way.
Wait! Paimon knows that voice! Is that... the puppet?
You have wandered the realm in my body, and you appear to have grasped the true essence of eternity. You believe your present self has greater certainty than your former self. Thus, you believe your present self is correct, don't you? But have you really been enlightened with new ideas? Or have you been degraded by irreversible erosion? I'm here to show you my answer.
She's literally talking to herself.
We are both warriors, and the dialogue we must now have shall be conducted by the blade alone.
Wait! The atmosphere in here just took a turn for the worse! Are you alright now?
The discomfort I was experiencing earlier was caused by the Shogun rejecting my continued use of her body. As she indicates, once I started entertaining the idea of change, I became hostile in her eyes. But inside a realm of consciousness, I exist independently of her. She cannot affect me in this way. Though she is a puppet, the Shogun has her own consciousness too. When necessary, she appears here to confront me.
I think you mentioned this before.
Paimon gets that everyone has their internal battles and stuff, but not like this! It's a bit extreme! Hey, showdown with the Shogun?
Damn!
I thought we'd see that day!
Sound down with a Shogun. She did a cool
rules
rhyme.
I set for the Shogun are... No. The Shogun herself is the manifestation of my past ideals. The very foundation stone of eternity. It shall not be easily swayed. I would not try to change her if it wasn't necessary.
Isn't there any other way? Can't you talk it through or something?
There isn't someone who would leave herself in eternity.
They both just want the best for Inazuma!
My form is a symbol of supreme majesty, in which has been vested power over all the realm. It is the cohesive embodiment of all that constitutes the Raiden Shogun. It inherits Ei's pain, the pain of inevitable loss that comes as she moves forward. so too does it inherit her determination to reach eternity. Every action undertaken is for the sake of resisting erosion. Determination, courage, love, hatred, all of these will be degraded and distorted by the incessant flow of time. Only rules shall remain constant for eternity. Those were my thoughts when I created you. Now, they are towering obstacles that I have no choice but to overcome. You wish to make yourself my enemy? I am your past, the everlasting law, the guardian of eternity.
And she's gonna fuck you up.
And I am she who promised a dream to her subjects. Write an A.
Damn, I got goosebumps.
In the end, even the proud and mighty.
Oh, it's Shogun versus Shogun, I guess.
Though your blade has been cleansed of her blood and filth, never shall it shine as brightly as it once did.
Double, it's that shit. Shogun versus Shogun. I'm gonna have to contra because I probably will die if I don't.
There is no escape at all. Insolent.
Eat this. Oh, that's the sneakiest, luckiest. Can I use heals? Well, it's one.
Sakura blossoms that once filled the skies fell to the ground as pitch black rain. As long as the ley lines flow, the relentless erosion of time will never stop.
She's completely recovered?
That's not good. Let's see if I can use some heals. Yeah, I can. Okay, I think I got plenty of food. I should probably use some stat stuff. Let's say we use that. The epic music. That. And some of that. Oh jeez. Regenerate this. Uh-oh, she dodged it. That's not good. Ah yes! Oh, you're taking some damage. Dodge this! Oh, look who didn't dodge. I see what I've got to do.
There shall never be another. Never. For the rest of time.
I think I know what the idea here is to use my special as a last attack sort of situation.
Shine down.
Or just get my ass kicked.
Weak. Pathetic.
Damn it.
Excellent. There is no.
Okay, I think it's time for me to heal.
Inferior.
Oh shit! Ah!
Sweeps the lands.
Oh there! How do I get out of it? Oh, that was close. That was really, truly close.
Strike dead.
How about you struck dead? Dead.
Weak.
You were saying? Pick my opportunity. Now! This should finish her. Yes!
Only emptiness awaits.
Uh oh.
Have you finally defeated her?
Oh no. Something wrong with the stream again? Or was there a blip again? Is there a blip? Yes, it's just a blip again. Ugh. Probably not, she's going to have a second form.
It appears your martial prowess has not dulled. But how long can your will remain strong?
When the front of Paimon just swore and went, what the fuck is going on here? I should want to hear Paimon swear just once. Just say, what the fuck?
In this realm of consciousness.
Because I think it would be
Her
funny.
existence is tenacious indeed. She was built to resist erosion. Her will is stronger than any other living beings, including you and me.
Then, does that mean this is gonna be a never-ending battle?
Maybe. But I have to prove to her that my present will is no product of erosion. The future I shall forge will be a grand undertaking, one that will be resistant to erosion. If I don't do this, the Shogun's rules can never change, and Inazuma can never move forward. This is my duty. No matter how long this battle may last, months, years, centuries, and no matter how many times we must fight, I will defeat her.
What happened to Inazuma in these minutes?
500 years ago, humanity proved their strength in battle. Here in the present, they rely on their ambition to challenge wayward practices, tear them out like the diseased wood of an old sakura tree, so that new, healthy branches might spring to life in their place. It is about time that I learned to trust them.
But can you bear to leave humanity to go alone?
I understand that. But if the dreams of which Makoto spoke are true eternity, a short moment for which the Shogun does not exist is nothing to fear. I fight for the everlasting future of Inazuma. However long the battle may last, it is but a drop in the ocean of eternity. I vow to the subjects of Inazuma that I shall one day return. This is my oath. Please, be my witness. During my absence, I place everything in Miko's hands.
Okay.
But this means that...
Pass on my words.
E. So now it makes sense why you can't choose Mako's good name one mission because this one ends at that point and that continues into that, I'm guessing. I'm only speculating at the moment. We'll have to wait until it loads and see what happens.
Looks like we got kicked out. Oh, what do we do? Are we really just gonna leave A and the Shogun to keep on duking it out in there forever?
Of course not.
It's making sense. And maybe this is the only way to change the Shogun's rules, but still. Right? Also, A can be pretty stubborn at times and has a history of rushing into difficult situations. What if she gets too obsessed with winning and she forgets why she's there in the first place? It could happen. And then she might never leave again.
We're not about to let that happen yet.
Yeah, we should help her out, like we did last time. The quicker she gets through this, the better. Is there any way we can cut down how long she needs to spend in there? Or, you know, help her win the fight? Well, whatever. We can't let anything bad happen to A while she's in there. Oh, but we also can't get in there anymore. Okay, well, first things first. We gotta find a way back in. Oh, come on, brain juice. Don't fail Paimon now. Okay. Maybe if we both ram into it at the same time really, really hard.
We need to talk to...
Oh, you're right. Paimon nearly forgot about her. Who knows if she really understands these consciousness realm playing thingies more than we do, but there's no one else we can turn to. Alright, up the mountain we go.
Okay, guess not. I was going to say, maybe her story mission is... Well, yeah, because each one is centered around the count, so it makes sense hers would be completely separate, right? So we're going to have to fight the Rising Shogun, and it's going to have sort of like ultimate form. There's the fox lady.
someone's not in the best of moods. Let me guess. You're all tangled up in another situation and need me to unravel it for you.
Bingo!
I hope you realize how lucky you are. If it was anyone else, I don't think I'd have the patience to keep greeting them with a smile after the first few times.
But you're always smiling.
That was a figure of speech, do you understand? Nitpicking my turns of phrase. The sheer audacity.
Come on, get to the point.
Oh, yeah. Something really big's happened. It's she.
Farted. I know, it's the first thing that popped into my head.
I see. So, A's decided to palm Inazuma off on the humans, while she goes off on her own to fight a fierce battle that doesn't even have an end date. Impossibly stubborn. Jumps straight to the most extreme course of action imaginable, presumes her sheer will can see her through, despite a near impossible goal that requires nothing short of the very peak of her abilities. Yes, that sounds like A all right. You know as well as I do that she's always been like this. Why start fretting about it now?
Deal is more serious than...
Rushed into it without thinking. Well put. Oh, she acts like such a child sometimes. So you seem to be under the impression that I am able to offer some sort of help? Who gave you that idea?
Paimon?
Is she playing dumb? She's doing this on purpose, for sure.
You're learning, little one. But really, the truth of the matter is that I don't know much more about Raiden Makoto's realm of consciousness than you do.
Shit.
All I know is that it's the foundation of the sacred Sakura, and from what I've heard, it's a little different from A's plane of euthymia.
Because Raiden Makoto is no longer alive?
Not just because of that. The nature of the space itself is different in some way. But I can only speculate. You're the ones who have actually been there, so you tell me. What was it like?
Didn't notice anything different.
Anyway, we needn't worry about the details too much. It'll just be a little difficult to explain things later on, that's all.
Is the stream acting up again? It's in the raid. I didn't click anything because I don't want to be mid conversation for everyone and then the stream just stops. God damn it, it was doing so well. So well, and now it's not. Or is it? Ah, there we go, it's just a blip again. God damn it. My apologies. I'd rather not take the gamble and keep clicking through and then, you know, it starts lagging and then the stream just stops and you guys miss the conversation that happens here.
First things first. Follow me to the entrance.
No. Oh, maybe. Okay, no, it seems fine. No, interesting. Okay, I actually need to pee. So I'm going to be back in a second while I go take a hot piss. we go. Yeah, that's always pointed. Wait, well, there. Nope, another train thought went again. Ugh, okay. There we go. Well, we'll head down to the entrance then. Which, not in the water. But don't walk on that, traveller. Right. It's down. Oh, it's over this way, wasn't it? And there goes the thoughts in my brain. Oh yes, since I miscalculated how many things I have, I would have saved like trying to roll for getting the box. I'm really bad at names to the end of the stream.
Now then, I always have my ways. It's just a question of how crafty I need to be. To the outsider, the realm of consciousness is
because
a
he's a
very
fox, crafty
abstract
fox.
concept. Luckily, I'm A's familiar, so I can sense her rough whereabouts. In other words, even though I can't pinpoint the exact spatial location of this realm, I can still send you to where A is.
So, it's abstract, but has a location, but you don't know where it is, but you can still send us there. What?
Yes, no need to try and understand it. Let me put this simply. Right now, she is surrounded by chaos.
Control! Sorry.
Everything is turbulent and disordered. If you try to force your way in, you could be swept away by a giant wave that sets you down in an unknown corner of space-time.
That sounds pretty bad.
This is precisely why when entering the plane of Euthymia, it's much safer if you place your consciousness in a physical object first.
What? Alright, well, Paimon's staying here then. You two can go in.
You're in your dreams, Paimon. You're not going to abandon me, are you?
Suit yourself. Worst case scenario, all we stand to lose is A. So what's the big deal?
Paimon's had it up to here with both of you! Oh, fine. Paimon's coming too.
Oh, well, if you're quite sure, then of course. Now, I shall send you on your way.
Those moments sounded very interesting.
I say.
What is it?
Oh, nothing. It just seems extraordinarily chaotic, that's all. My suspicions have been confirmed.
And they are?
By the way, remember to focus constantly on your heartfelt wishes when you enter inside. Only a strong enough will can prevent you from being swallowed by the giant waves of abstract space. Only if you are strong enough can I deliver you to the right destination.
Okay.
Well then, the door's open. Hop on in.
Okay, hibbly hoppy and in we go.
I'll stay outside and provide what stability I can. I'll be ready to respond if anything happens. I'm placing my god in your capable hands. For my sake and for Inazuma's, please. Bring her back.
I'll give it my best.
So, you better know what you're doing.
I have no clue what I'm doing. well, we will not fail.
That's enough chatter. Get to work.
I'm just gonna attack something until it's not moving anymore. That's the best solution here. That being the Rising Shogun, though. I feel like it's gonna have another stage. Like a powerful one with, like, I don't know, it transforms into some monstrous thing. Kind of looks like a butthole. You just shattered the butthole. Whoa. Oh, I see what's in the passage of time.
Remember to focus constantly on your heartfelt wishes when you enter inside. Only if you are strong enough can I deliver you to the right destination.
Into the butthole of time.
Huh?
Surprise, motherfucker!
How can this be? You have returned. But how were you able to get back in? And how come you have not changed at all in all these years?
All these years? What?
This is a duel to remember.
I ain't like a play. Is this like the no wait? I was trying to think of the highball. No, it's the highball. No, yes, no. The highball chamber would be the best analogy because in that minutes out would be longer in there, so it's clear that more time has passed for her than it has for us.
It is as if we have returned to the moment when the laws of eternity were first established. Your will today is as strong as it was back then. Over countless battles, not once have you lost, and never have you shown the slightest hesitation. Had I made all enemies of eternity stand against you, you still would not have wavered. For your firm commitment to enforcing the rules, you have my admiration too. You bring honor to the title of Guardian of Eternity.
She is literally complimenting her. It's just, it's hard to tell which one's which. Is there like a slight difference?
Now these two return once more to this space.
It's besides weapons, I guess.
Fate, perhaps.
This is the only difference.
Then, let this be our final duel, the conclusion to that which began 500 years ago. Final duel? So you're finally willing to
go all out?
Stand back, traveler.
You're going to put an end to this all? To this? Well,
I'm going to be the start of something new. The time our duels took to fight was long enough to witness the rise and fall of nations.
oh jeez, yeah, I know it. She had a new transformation.
Energy they consumed, great enough to vaporize the oceans and turn day into night.
Oh jeez, oh jeez. Hands. Very handsy, aren't you? Oh, I'm walking into the wall. Right, I just realized I should probably use. Oh damn! Fucking A. This is just kicked up into some epic toss. There's that brand one going again. Katasa, damn, loving this shit. It's gonna be like before. I gotta make sure I save when I have my special attack ready. That's a bit. Oh crap! I died. Fuck. Is that good or bad? Should I attack that? I don't know. I think I'm supposed to attack it. Uh-oh. Oh my god. That was a close one. I think I was supposed to attack that. Damn. I'm trying to concentrate, but this music is badass. I'm gonna heal. Just in case some big comes again. Not 1-1.
Eternity is in my hands.
Is it now?
There is no escape.
Oh! I was so. Oh, okay. I'm now. Okay. All right. That was weird. I just jumped back to the traveler.
This is the end. You have won.
Yay!
I believed you were incapable of transcending the past. But it seems my belief was baseless, and I underestimated your spirit. But a will that cannot be eroded has no way to embrace the future. You need not worry about the future, and you aren't alone. I know your power more than anyone else. Had I relied upon my strength alone, I would have lost this duel for sure. Yet, my reason for fighting redefined my martial prowess and redrew my limits. I now carry the gaze of the myriad of expectant eyes that look to the light in the heavens. And whenever I think of this, I feel something stirring within Muso Ishin.
That is?
The blade that I inherited from Makoto seems to be trying to guide me, to encourage me. I noticed it also. Just now in the heat of battle, it seemed to unleash a new and unfamiliar power. This power is beyond the limits of my understanding. This blade belonged to Makoto. Perhaps it can only respond to me with its full power when I truly understand and believe in her.
Okay, what? That is weird. Like, if you see that on text, it says the previous Shogun when it referenced her sister's name. I don't know why it's there. We know that she was the previous Shogun.
When I clasped Muso Ishin in my hands, I had the feeling that she was by my side once again. It was at once a familiar feeling and a strange one. Makoto barely wielded a blade in her life, and yet her blade brings me closer to her. You have my approval.
Yay!
Your present will is not the product of erosion. I shall no longer stop you from attempting to modify the rules. From this day forth, this body will remain your assistant. I won't design any more rules that can never be changed. You used to represent my past, but from today onward, you are me.
Oh, she's got a tattoo in the back of her shoulder. Kind of looks like the I don't think kind of. It looks like Sasuke's curse mark. You might want to get that checked out.
Makoto never saw me as a fearless weapon. Likewise, I should not regard you as a mere tool.
So a distraction.
You truly have changed. I suppose this is what humans call growth.
Yep.
I understand. I shall become your shadow, just as you were once Makoto's shadow. The duties I perform will not change. But as a warrior, I look forward to the chance to fight like this again in the future. Do you say this because you have not yet reconciled yourself with your defeat? It was simply a new experience for me. One that is worth reliving.
Have you finished fighting then? Like, for real this time?
Yeah, maybe. Ooh.
Hello, A. And greetings, those who have come to bear witness.
It's her sister's soul.
I am Raiden Makoto, the previous Electro Archon, who failed in my duties and left you all to pick up the pieces. Makoto? I'm so happy. You've come so far. I always knew you would make it here in the end. I left a faint fragment of my will in Muso Ishin, so that in the moment that you unleashed its full power, I too would be released. A convoluted way to reach you, but... well, you held such deeply entrenched views at the time that you wouldn't have listened to a word I said. There was no time to wait for you to have a change of heart. Please forgive me. all I could do was find some way to wait until you came to me.
Now I can't stop looking at a tattoo in the back of, well, it's not on her neck, it's literally like the blood, it's like on her nape.
But
I think.
you never mentioned this to me. Everything happened so suddenly. I'm sorry. I've always felt terrible for having to entrust Inazuma to you all of a sudden. I should have been the one to impart these ideas to you, a little at a time, to dissuade you from your pursuit of stillness. Did you know what was about to happen in Conria? I had some sense of it. That place was not somewhere that any Archon could afford to ignore. In my present form, I can no longer perceive time. I don't know how long we have been separated before this reunion, and I don't know what Inazuma has experienced in the meantime. But I know that this must have been an extremely arduous journey for you. And I'm sure you must have wanted to shed tears many times along the way. Don't look down on me. See? You admit it. It was with this possibility in mind that I left a parting gift for you. Something to soothe Inazuma's pain.
What is it?
Here, take it. Before my last shred of consciousness fades away. But it is you who must take the most important step.
Oh.
The light turned into a seed?
The miracle tree that blesses the people, in this moment new to the world and yet to be known. When to plant it, where it shall bloom. She who brings it into being must let her heart and dreams decide. Grant it life, eh? Is it really? Eternity extends time into infinity. Dreams illuminate each moment within. When both shine in unison, the sacred Sakura blooms from the darkness, finally free from the clutches of the heavenly principles. Now the nightmare has dissipated, and reality is made whole. The vision we both yearn for is still further ahead. My only regret is that I cannot witness Inazuma's future, nor can I walk this journey with you. Do you know, I am so happy right now, because my final wish has now come true. Your polearm once protected me from countless calamities. For this, I've always felt indebted to you. Though I could never repay you in full, this sacred Sakura will buy you some time until you are ready to awaken and embrace the new. What do you think? Did it do the trick? This time, it really is goodbye, eh? Goodbye, Makoto.
Oh no. I was cried there. Beautiful. But I'm still confused. So, is it the same secretary, or is it like some wonky, timey-wimey stuff? Are they going to explain it? Because I'm a little confused there. After leaving the well, that went too fast for me to read.
So the A of the present planted the sacred Sakura in the realm of consciousness, and it took root in the Inazuma of the past.
Ah, I thought so. Would be wobbly, timey-wimey stuff. That's how it suddenly appeared. It didn't suddenly appear. She polite in the past.
No matter what you make of it, it's quite incredible.
All old wibbly wobbly tiny
All of
stuff.
this is thanks to Makoto's power. Her understanding of eternity is much more profound than mine. Eternity is a concept intimately connected with time. When you begin to touch on eternity, the concept of time becomes murky.
I saw a wonderful thing inside that place. The time was moving forwards and backwards at the same time.
A place where time is meaningless and cannot be understood with ordinary logic. So that was the turbulence I was sensing. Perhaps that is the reason why you were able to return precisely to this point in time without any problems.
So you're saying there's a chance we might have been shoved far in the past or far in the future? Damn, that's a worrying thought.
And yet, that sense of disorderliness has now completely disappeared.
I don't fully understand yet. But my intuition tells me that the reason for everything, it's that seed.
Well, I'm not convinced that it was Makoto's power alone.
I know what you mean. Perhaps Makoto got a higher power involved in all of this. But whatever the explanation, her solution is what saved us all. Without the sacred Sakura, Inazuma would likely have been completely swallowed up centuries ago by that disaster and the filth.
I know you've always perceived there was something special about the sacred Sakura, but to me, it has always been there. You've tried in the past to prove to me that there's a connection between the sacred Sakura and Makoto's consciousness, but unfortunately, you never did persuade me, did you?
No, but I understand why now. It was because the sacred Sakura hadn't even been planted then.
But don't you think that tree looked a lot different than how it does now?
Yeah, because it's like a shape of a fox in this one, and the one we saw didn't.
The sacred Sakura is within my purview at the shrine, so obviously I get to prune it exactly how I like it.
Ah, and that's why it looks like a fox.
Ugh. Now we see who's pulling the strings.
I'm joking. That tree has been through a lot since it first sprouted.
Oh.
We have the loving care of Kitsune over the ages to thank for how it appears today.
Ah, which are foxes.
And obviously I played my part too. It's fair to say that very little time passed between the moment you came out of that realm and the moment you re-entered it. But in that same time, centuries of battling took place on the inside, did it not?
Oh yeah.
Traveler, if I'm guessing correctly, you were repeating your wishes to yourself in your mind, weren't you?
I got my eye on you, stream. We've been doing good so far. Please just be a blip. Yeah, it's just a blip. Yes, I was.
At that time, I could sense A's whereabouts, but I also sensed anomalies in the flow of time within that space.
And they were Paimon?
Suffice to say, time added a whole new dimension to our search. Simply establishing a location was not sufficient. Fortunately, your will was strong enough that the turbulence carried you to the moment in time most likely to be the intersection of all that you were wishing for.
I still don't get it.
The flow of turbulence may well have been influenced by Makoto, but it took everyone's efforts combined to ultimately help A. So this time, it looks like thanks are due to you.
What, Paimon? I was joking.
Does that mean it wasn't by chance that we ended up at the final duel? We were always meant to be there to witness what was going to happen?
This is what the Shogun meant by
I thought that the flow of time was the same on the inside and the outside, so it was a great shock to me when the traveler reappeared. My first thought was, has a great disaster befallen Inazuma? But it turned out you had come to rescue me. You came for my sake, to help me reach the best possible outcome. You too have my thanks. You have done much for me, and I will never forget it.
How are you feeling now?
My body has fully recovered, and the Shogun's will no longer fights against me.
Always thrilled to hear you're in good health. But I was really asking about your emotions. Have you managed to calm down? After all, you saw Makoto in there, didn't you?
I only heard her voice. I wouldn't say I saw her.
Yeah, it's just a giant ball talking at us.
I'll be fine. It brought a few things back, of course, but I've made my decision to move forward. I have to say, this has reminded me once again just how brilliant Makoto was. She predicted all the ways in which Inazuma's future could unfold, all the way back then. She even factored my immaturity into her plan. It's all thanks to her that Inazuma lived to see this day. I just planted a seed.
You will, yeah.
Yeah, it was thanks to everything you did that you got to see her again. That's amazing!
Oh right, I forgot about the controller. I completely forgot about it. I was like, oh, last the rest of the stream. Not. Bear with me. I'm just gonna put this on charge. I completely forgot about it. That's my fault. Let's get that bad boy in. Oh. I can't hear any sound. Wow. Okay. I had a heart attack there for a second. Because.
Thank you.
Today, at long last, you and Inazuma finally emerge from the shadows cast by the events of centuries past.
It's just usually when you plug that in here, like a during the corner when it does that usually. And I was like, oh no, there's a sound gone.
Makoto and you are Inazuma's past and future, and both are indispensable.
Oh.
It's rare to hear such comforting words from you. I graciously accept them.
Oh, come on. You only think it's rare because you never used to listen to a word I say.
I just
Makoto said the exact same thing!
Great minds think alike, I wonder, does that qualify me to, maybe, take the position of Shogun for a couple of days?
that face like no. God damn it! I was trying to think of something funny, but there goes the brain again.
Actually, no. Forget that. Far more trouble than it's worth.
We will have to end the frivolities there. There is much work to be done. The Shogun and I will closely review the Inazuma of today to find out where things currently stand. Then, we will give careful consideration to the future. After that, I will abolish the Sakoku decree.
Yay!
Really? That's huge news!
I am no longer pursuing an eternity defined by stasis. In which case, there is no further need to keep the nation under lock and key. I don't doubt that many challenges lie ahead for Inazuma.
What now?
I'm looking forward to it.
But it says it's good too. Wow, there it goes. To be continued. Ooh. See what that is. I don't know where that would be in my inventory. Oh, there it is. It's a dream supper, huh? I wonder if I can enter there again. It's usually like sometimes these are unlocked. Let's just try that. I think I'm gonna know exactly where it is. I'm curious. It'd probably just be like closed, really. So, but still, my curiosity has been piqued. Wait, where was it? Wait, was it? Yeah, was it here? Yeah, it was here. Let's see as we try and enter it. Can we? Can we? Oh, ooh. What else is in here? Ah, I thought so. I thought one of these would be in here. Well, look, grab it. Grab it. How do I? Right, since we only got like, well, roughly only half, because I wasn't entirely sure, because like these story missions, it varies on length. Because I think about the last one was only like an hour long or an hour and a half long, I think. Might as well see what this is. Ooh, that's what that was. So I saw another one. I did. So I think we'll see what's in the if we enter. Well, ooh, what did that do? Chest. It's in the box.
A reward on the road.
Hang on, do I? No, not near enough to buy another 10, but on the chance we enter this. Can I enter it? I can. Oh, so it's yes, yeah, there goes the brain. It's the because each area has these kind of like epic like boss fight things. Sort of. Oh crap! Is the stream finally kicked me in the teeth, or is it another blip again? Because it's showing red. Yeah, no. Oh, maybe. Ah, okay. You know what? I wasn't going to do some other stuff here in Genshin, but I'm so worried that the stream is just going to fucky over with me. So I think what we'll do, I know I said I usually go for 3 hours, but sometimes different variables can come in place. So I think what we'll do to finish up, we'll do one more roll and see if we get the Mako. Well, let's see. Third time. Son of a... Wait, hang on. Yes, we did get her! Fuck yes! Third time's the bloody charm. Hell yeah! No, third time... Oh, there goes the brain again. No, wait, that's not... There we go. Third time's the damn charm indeed. Oh, so she did it. God damn my brain. Because that spell book, because each character has their own, you know, whatever type of weapon you call, and hers is like this weird spirally thing. I was like, that's weird. Here's to what her.
I am the Guji of the Grand Narukami Shrine. The purpose of my visit is to monitor your every move, for such is the order of the shrine. Oh, come on, don't be so nervous. It's only officialese, for goodness sake. I couldn't just go gallivanting around for no reason at all, could I? Now, come on, do something amusing for me.
I love her. What's the where's what best way to describe her personality is very sarcastic. You know what? I've got to learn for streams that if I want to do something somewhere, I shouldn't be afraid to it. And I always like listening to the different dialogue options. So I think we'll actually do that because my brain is complete and utter fucking mush right now. and see what, because it's always interesting the different reactions to what they say.
Traveling to other worlds is all that anyone seems to be writing about these days. Goodness knows what they find so disappointing about their own world. Most humans could have the entirety of their fleeting lives chronicled in but a few short lines. Their stories really make for terribly dull reading.
That's why health fit. Well, there it goes again. There. Oh, deep breaths. The whole thing, she likes reading a lot.
Personally, I think the idea of things staying the same forever is quite beautiful. But alas, that is simply not the way the world works.
When it rains.
If this rain keeps up, my fur will be dripping wet.
Why, yeah. What throws off is her being a fox, because traditionally most foxes are like what I am, the ears on top. But I do like that. I do like they went like, because at first glance the back of her looks like hair, like just her hair curled up. It's actually her ears. Well, I don't know where her tail is.
Many people dread the sound of thunder. To me, it sounds fondly familiar.
Oh, because of A.
I always see these non-sentient kitsune pouncing headfirst into the snow, scavenging for food. You'd like to see me do that? I'm sure you would.
Because it'd be hollow. Because that's the thing people don't realize. People have seen that gif of Italian, Jesus Christ, my brain, tons of times. But yes, that's what those foxes are doing when they dump into the snow. They're not just hilariously plowing themselves in the snow. They're catching prey that's hidden in the snow. Because they are hunters. They hunt their food. Good morning.
Good morning. You
It's
look
not morning
awfully
now.
drowsy. Didn't you sleep well? Come on then, what is it? What mischief were you up to last night,
Getting absolutely fucking wasted. Not really. I'm not usually drowsy in the morning. I'm usually I am more of a morning person. Actually, here's the point that it's the evening and my brain. I don't know what's been in the last couple weeks. I have been trying to, though I am a morning person. My sleep, it's been kind of meh at the moment. I've been actually trying to exercise more. Like I recently got a Ring Fit finally, and I've been exercising every day. But I've only been doing it for a couple of days. Because sometimes that can be the case when you're tired. And that sounds silly, but sometimes exercising more can be better for your body. So who knows where I will be at by a month. Technically, it would be good morning in some places in the world. Because that's another thing with streaming. They're all around the world. So I guess for some of you, it is probably morning.
What a headache. What should I have for lunch? Not fried tofu again. I'm in the mood for something a little lighter today. Oh, I know. I haven't seen the Yashiro Commission girl in a while. Let's get her to make us a little something,
Good evening.
The moon is simply magnificent tonight. We mustn't squander it. Come, join me for a moonlight stroll. I won't take no for an answer.
Good night.
I suppose I should get some sleep. I must say, I do find it hard to doze off peacefully without the soothing sound of thunder booming in the background.
I mean, I'm a good judge. Some people actually do find it soothing. There's people who listen to like rain sound effects to help sleep. Maybe I should try that. I don't know. What about...
Eternity means never having to let go of what you already have. But on the other hand, it also means giving up on all other possibilities. That's just the way of the world. No one can have everything. Humans are just fascinating creatures. That's why I'm so fond of them. They live such short lives, but for the time they're around, they shine as bright as the midday sun. There are some whose light never grows dim, even over great stretches of time. These are the lives that make for real page-turners. Boring. Utterly boring. Ugh, what could have possibly persuaded these people to become authors? Say, why don't you write out your story and submit it to Yai Publishing House? I'm sure that would keep me amused. I mean, I'm sure it would be a bestseller.
I don't appreciate your patronizing.
Though I occasionally get a little weary of the sight of it, I can't exactly avoid seeing it at the Grand Narukami Shrine after all. My fate is intimately intertwined with the sacred Sakura. Oh, you'd like to know more about me? I'm willing to tell, but what will I gain in exchange, It has to be a fair trade. So you tell me all about you, and I'll tell you all about me. Deal?
Sounds like a good deal. I like jerking off. That's a hobby, isn't it? This is the part of my brain when it's like this. It just thinks the first thing that comes in head, and that's what came into my head was masturbating. What about your hobbies?
My favorite pastime is reading other people's stories. My second favorite is watching other people squirm. If I could find a way to combine the two... oh, that would be entertainment in its purest form.
Okay.
Peace and tranquility seems to be all the rage nowadays, but it gets dreadfully boring after a while.
Fair enough. Favorite food?
Have you ever heard of a dish called kitsune udon? It's quite simple, really. Just fried tofu served on top of udon noodles. What do you think? Noodles and fried tofu, that's all. Doesn't it sound heavenly?
I don't know, I've tried. I'll have to give it a try. Least favorite food?
Anything that has been pickled is firmly off limits for me. I don't care whether it's medaka or kiviak. What sort of person can stand that vile stench? I, for one, am Guji of the Grand Narukami Shrine, and I refuse to defile myself by ingesting such pungent things.
Oh, that's why she does a birthday thing. My birthday's just a while ago. So it feels weird playing this. I think we'll leave it at that now. Okay. Yeah, I was half expecting not to actually roll it, but how about that? We managed to. So I think that is. So my brain is going too much. Let's know if we went to. Let's switch rooms first before I go into a absolute mess of things. Okay. Is if I'm too tired, because I've said this before and I say this a billion times over. It's never a good idea to push myself too much if I am tired. And I know some people say, why start a stream then? Because sometimes my energy can vary throughout the every day. Sometimes I feel great all the way through, or sometimes I just get very, very drowsy. And unfortunately, these are one of those days where I'm like that. And I don't tend to force myself when I'm too tired, because many moons ago, I did that once. I pushed myself too hard when I was tired, and I got ill. And if I want to do more streaming, it's a little silly to push yourself, get ill, and cut a stream short because you're tired, a little too tired, then push myself ill, and then not stream for the next couple of days. It's best not to take those gambles. That's how I see it. But with that said, I appreciate everyone stopping by. I think we might do some more of this. Like I said, I've wanted to actually do the story missions, and I think I think next week we'll do the Fox. I've always forgotten her name. I'm really bad with names. Story mission next, because like I said, they vary in length, so we could end up doing one in one. I might go back to do something in the sooner stuff, because I imagine it'd be something with not here, so we are in so Leo way, because I haven't done all. Like I said, I haven't done most of it because we haven't got around to playing other games and stuff. But it could be fun to do on stream, because I'm very much a story person. I always think they're fun to do on stream, and it's situations where I'm like this, they're perfect things to stream. I really do like the event story stuff, because they're fun little stories, but I still don't feel they're worth doing. Mainly on stream when it comes to Genshin Impact, I do like main story stuff, because last year we did do, it was almost a year ago at this point, the Inazuna one, and obviously probably around that same time they released a new map, it's a new location. Actually, that's kind of exciting to think about. It was around like June, so was it June? Was it May? I think it was May actually. I don't know. I can't remember. It was around the spring or summertime, so it most likely happened then. That's exciting. And there goes those trail of thoughts. But if anyone who is new here, I usually stream every Thursday. No, it's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and those times are usually 5 p.m. on Wednesday, 12 p.m. Thursday, 5 p.m. again on Friday, then 12 p.m. on Saturday, GMT time. And usually I tweet, if you ever want to know what games to play, I usually tweet that out on my Twitter on the Monday. But for those who want to know now, we'll still be continuing Mass Effect 2 on Thursday and Friday. And Saturday is Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. But so far, I shouldn't jinx it. Touch wood, nothing went wrong with the stream, because I said this last week. Something went wrong with the stream where I had to literally stop and start again, and that was a pain in the ass. But to be fair, last Wednesday there wasn't issues. So it wasn't until the next day that I had issues. So hopefully I shouldn't. Like I said, it generally does seem to see Windows 11. My guess is what happened last week. Some update probably fucked something up like it usually does, and now the newest update fixed it. That can happen from time to time. But with that said, I hope you all. There goes a brain. Have a good rest of your day, and hopefully I'll see you a lot tomorrow with some Mass Effect.